take you to the story now. Police Minister Bheki Cele and National Commissioner Fanie Masemola are today meeting with taxi bosses in KZN. The meeting will tackle a range of pressing issues, but on top of the agenda is the rampant crime and violence in that province. Senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is keeping an eye on the gathering in Ladysmith, and he joins us now live to give us more details. Sipa, I saw you speaking to Minister Bheki Cele a little earlier on. What did he have to say about the rampant crime in KZN?
Well, he says it continues to be a concern, and one of those industries that give police top brass a headache is the issue of the taxi industry. In Ladysmith, where we are, I've worked in this province of KwaZulu-Natal, and I can tell you that this area in particular is one of the so-called troublesome areas in terms of the taxi violence and the instability, including just general crime as a whole. So what is happening is that the National Commissioner of Police, the Police Minister, Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, General Tatla Mkhwanazi, and the taxi industry from across KwaZulu-Natal are meeting today. They are trying to thresh out and work out a way forward of how to deal with the taxi violence that has engulfed this area. My colleague Bongamkize will show you some of the taxi owners who are attending this gathering. It's quite a large delegation, from or between 800 and 1,000 people are expected to attend, and the meeting is about to get underway. Earlier on, I spoke to the police minister, who told me that the aim is to deal with the issue of violent crime generally, but zooming in on the taxi industry. I'm now joined by Mr. Mandla Goge, the well-known Goge brothers. Babu Mandla, thank you very much for your time. You are one of the people who are spearheading Lezi, trying to bring peace and stability within the taxi industry, a business that you have operated in for so many years.
Ngiyabonga msakazi, imboni ikhala ngodlame nokufaka abantu every day, as we see and as we know in the country, people are dying every day, and this thing has become a concern to many of the founders of the industry itself. And then some of the guys from Pretoria, Joburg and KZN in particular, they've asked me to intervene and see whether I can call them together and make them to succeed and to talk and to thresh out everything that makes them cross path with one another. We started in Durban with all the stakeholders, and today it's a day to give a feedback to the broader membership. And then this is just part of our first leg of our roadmap. And then our second and the third meeting will be up in Joburg, where will be four provinces, KZN, Mpumalanga, Gauteng, and the Northwest, because many things that are starting from here, they grew up to Gauteng, and you find that a man or a person has been shot and killed in Mpumalanga, but actually the hitman is coming from here. So this is a big concern to everyone. So we are here and trying to put that to end if we can. But with the help of the National Minister of Transport and the National Minister of Police and the task team that they are going to launch here today, we hope all the issues that are worrying people on both sides and that they're making them to cross path with one another at all times will be resolved through the task team. Because it won't be only the police task team, it will be also transport, because there are also issues that pertaining with transport, the board, the routes and all other stuff.
And those are long-standing issues. They've been there for years.
For many, many years. The Ladysmith matter in particular started from 1988, so it's very long.
Another thing that will help in dealing with this violence in the taxi industry is the elimination of what I call the hitman industry.
Can I tell you something? I'm one individual since when I was young, and I joined this industry in the early 90s. The most person that I hate in my life, it's a hitman. Because if you and I we've got an issue, the hitman just intervenes to solve a problem by eliminating you or me. Who told him that? Who told him that he is a problem solver? He is someone how can I call this person? Is someone who fights without being angry and without being involved, and he offered that service. So that's the first thing that this agreement is trying to eliminate and to remove from the industry. Because a hitman is a hitman, the business owner is the business owner. The taxi driver who's operating the vehicle is someone who works. A passenger is a commuter, someone who needs public transport. So you don't need those people. So it's very, very important. That's why it's fully testimonied, even amaphoyisa within. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And another thing is the condemnation of your industry. You would find that there are even people now who are taxi owners, they are involved in this industry, but at the same time they do other things on the side, including the issue of drugs. And when they get killed, it's pinned on the taxi industry.
When I resigned from the position of influence and control in starting to move on the bus industry and construction and other stuff, there was nothing like that in the taxi industry. This is a new thing where you find that the taxi people or the taxi drivers or rank managers and queue marshals and vehicle washers are involved in drugs. In fact, this thing has contaminated the whole industry. It has become something that you can't explain. That's why you see shootings every day in this country. And you find that some of those shootings as well are not tax related, are related to those tables that are there. Because under those tables where our mama bait, where our mothers are selling, there's that container for those drugs. It's very, very important that we don't only remove hitmen, we also remove the drug cartel that has come to invest or infest or whatever trouble that they've caused in this industry.
In closing, the transformation of the industry moving forward to make sure that it's transformed. I know there was a tax recapitalization project and other plans to basically transform the industry. Are you happy with programs that have been put in place to transform the industry?
I never thought you were going to ask that question. The recap was started by Madiba, as we know, around about 95, 96. But myself as Mandla Goge, I won't stand here and say I'm happy. There's a lot that was supposed to be done to formalize and to regulate the industry and to assist the industry to perform better and to advance, but it hasn't done much towards that. So there is a lot that can be done if the government will is there, and also our membership as well, because you'll find that other things government was coming forward to them, but our guys, they were pulling back. So it should be cooperation on both sides.
Babu Mandla, thank you very much for your time. Babu Mandla Goge, there, one of the leaders in the taxi industry and the pioneers of this dialogue that is taking place between the police, the Ministry of Transport, as well as the taxi industry in trying to deal with the issue of taxi violence.
All right, senior reporter Siphamandla Goge live for us in Ladysmith in KZN. Let's leave it there for now.